T. Gray and MK, you are now cleared for flight school takeoff.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You guys ready? Here we go. Disclaimer. Iboomerang is an opportunity where you can make money. We have some great opportunities for people to make money, but we cannot and will not make guarantees about how much money any particular individual is going to make, because we can't guarantee what any particular individual is going to do. Some people take our training, they do a lot and they make a lot. Some people take our training, they do a little, they make a little. Some people take our training and do nothing at all, and guess what they make? You got it, nothing at all. So the individual is the one who determines how much they're going to make. So you got to ask the man or woman who's looking back at you in the mirror when you're brushing your teeth. If you are part of Iboomerang or ever decide to be part of Iboomerang, or any opportunity for that matter, you got to ask yourself how much money you're going to make based on how much you're going to do. All right. That said, we've got some commercials. So let's go ahead and run that, and we will be back with our final announcements after that.
All right, Iboomerang family, MK coming to you from the flight deck. Let's pull up the slides. All right, T. Gray is going to walk you through developing your 2025 blueprint. Get ready for this, folks. It is going to be intense. Stay connected with the WhatsApp community, iboomnation.com. Go there, fill out the information. Telegram, search @Iboomerang and click join. What do your December leaders want for their birthdays? We are fundraising for the BÜM Foundation. You can go to the BÜMFoundation.com or your back office, and we prefer your back office, and click auto ship. Every little bit helps the children. What does Presidential Diamond Aaron Gibson want for his birthday? BÜM Foundation donations. Chargebacks. If you charge back, you will be terminated. However, you can go to iboomhub.com/downloads and download the multiple use credit card form. Don't give your funds to anyone for trading. Iboomerang will not be held responsible for your loss of funds. Don't do it, folks. Cross-recruiting and switching teams, it's grounds for termination for both the switcher and the sponsor, and it's not allowed. This is your brick. You are a personal star achiever, 300 QV. Dual team qualified, 1 left, 1 right, 10 Elevate customers, 1,500 QV, and that all adds up to a total of 1,800 in personal qualifying volume. You want every person on your team to accomplish and maintain this. CEO Circle, 10 Elevate customers, and you get to go to all events for free, but you've got to be qualified for 3 months in advance. CEO Corner, 25 Elevate customers, and you can go to all virtual and live events, including Elevate boot camps, for free, but you've got to be qualified for 3 months in advance. Rank Up, everybody should be using Rank Up. Training call and recordings are now on iboomhub.com. And the YouTube playlist is live. It's right at the top, folks. youtube.com/iboomerang. Iboomerang Rank Up presentations by your top leaders. Log into Rank Up, click prospecting videos, grab the link and send it. However, you've got to match up the prospect with the presenter. Profit Snatcher testimonials now in Rank Up. Log into Rank Up, click prospecting videos, click Profit Snatcher testimonials, grab the link and send it. And again, you've got to match up the prospect with the presenter. Travel and Trade Corner with Doris Lopez, we like to call her D-Lo, and that's Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Elevate Private Coaching Program, Deanna Shamim, G Money, and they will help you reach your trading goals. Trade Buddy Lounge, live trading with the best profit coaches, and a Trade Buddy subscription is required. Send us your Profit Snatcher wins and Trade Buddy video testimonials. Send your Elevate and Trade Buddy video testimonials to profitsnatchers@elevate.com for the written and Trade Buddy testimonials.com for the videos. It's either Elevate or Trade Buddy. Profit Snatchers monthly schedule, Profit Snatchers America every first and third Wednesday of the month, and that's 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Profit Snatchers Europe every second and fourth Thursday of the month. That's 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. UK time. Trade Buddy Elevate Call Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Shamima Gahi, master trader, will answer all of your questions about Trade Buddy and help you understand how to utilize Trade Buddy to maximize your profits. However, there is no call between the December 24th and January 3rd. This is the only call today, folks. MK coming to you from the flight deck.
All right. Good job, bro. Way to
What's
knock
up, bro?
video, burn through those announcements. Appreciate that very, very much. And we just have a little bit more Ibüümerang housekeeping that we need to do before we can dive into our deal. And Mark, we're right on time. We got 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and knock this out real fast.
Okay.
Put up those remaining slides. We're going to get through it and get down to our workshop. Our guests, thank you for letting us get through this. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? I'm looking at a bunch of beautiful people. That's what I'm seeing here. All right. Fantastic. Okay, great. Ibüümerang family, we are in the goal zone. The last 10 days of the month, this is when we focus on creating massive volume. Remember to focus on income producing activities in your business, not the things that distract you. This is a time to follow up like a beast. Book meetings from meetings. Who has seen your opportunity that hasn't made a decision yet? Who needs to upgrade? These are the things that we do. We know how we do the goal zone, everybody. And remember, if you do the goal zone right, you help your team members get their new rank advancements, you can literally do 3 to 4 times the volume you did in the first 20 days of the month and do that in the last 10 days of the month. So let's focus and get down to business. I think we've got, who do we have next now? I think we've got an Elevate
Yes.
update.
Yep. No calls. So Rich Douglin will do Monday, December 23rd, and that will be the last call until January 6th.
All right. So our team is going to enjoy the holidays. They have served us tremendously throughout the year. If you've made money on coffee and charts with FX Rich Douglin and master trader Donnie Pips this year, and if you've made money on payday Friday or Wednesdays with G Money, let's give them a big thank you in the chats. Also, if you have been on Shamim's trainings on how to use Trade Buddy and that's caused you to make some money, just make sure that we show them our appreciation and love in the chats. They've served us well all year long, and some of you guys have made a fortune. All right, excellent. Speaking of making a fortune, let's talk about what Trade Buddy's been doing this week.
Trade Buddy PS20, the 12/16 through 12/20. Gold, 9 trades, 7 wins. Max pips, 29.20. Win rate, 78%. If you would have traded one standard lot, it would have been 29,200. GJ, 11 trades, 9 wins, 712 pips. Win rate, 82%. Max pips, 4,420. Profit per single lot traded, $4,421. Jesus Christ. UCAD, 4 trades, 4 wins, 385 pips. Win rate, 100%. Profit per one lot traded, $2,818. 24 trades, 20 wins, 83% win rate, 4,017 pips.
Man, Bonnie, you are on target. Hey, Bonnie, listen, Bonnie Bond Marshall in London, we've got a psychic connection here. I'm literally sitting here thinking to myself, like last week, what's the total? And then here comes Bonnie in the chat. Boom, $36,439 is what someone could have made last week if they took every one of these trades, even the losers, at a 1 lot size. Trade Buddy is absolutely doing phenomenal. It's great guidance for those of you who want to make money in the currency market. So Trade Buddy has been buddying. Those of you who are Trade Buddy, Elevate ambassadors promoting this, go ahead and screenshot this, post it on your social media, talk about how much money you made, and tag at officialelevate.com. All right, cool. That is our housekeeping. We are done, and it is time for us to transition into today's special event. Hold on, I'm going to transition a little bit. Watch this, guys. Watch this transition. Here we go. And boom! How you like that? It's like a wardrobe change, right? Absolutely. And super excited to get down the business and share with you what is going to be incredibly exciting. Today, we're going to talk about the missing piece. We're going to talk about the reason why so many people set goals every year and don't achieve them, right? I know I asked this before, but I want to see this in the chat. I want to re-engage everybody. Put this in the chat. I need to know if you are a person who has set goals year after year and not achieved them or not achieved most of them. I just want to see, who am I talking to today? Is that you? Raise your hand if you got your camera on. Say me in the chat. I want to see it. Look, almost everybody in the cameras got their hands up, right? So here's the deal. We're going to talk today about why that happens. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you that missing piece so that 2025 can truly be different. Okay? And I want you guys to know this is my Christmas present to you. This is our Christmas present to you. This is Ibüümerang, our sponsor. This is Iboomerang's Christmas present to you. This is an exercise that I did myself a few weeks ago. I took a few hours. I shut out my family. I went through the process that I'm going to take you through today. And I put it together, and it was mind-blowing for me. The end result, what I came up with, was absolutely mind-blowing. It was phenomenal. As a matter of fact, I do have it on my screen here. I'm going to share it with you real quick so you can see what my end result was for this exercise. Let me just open the right one here. That would help. Wow. I've done a lot of mind maps. All right, hold on. Here we go. This one is called Me. All right. So let me show you what I put together and what we're going to work to put together for you today. All right. So let me share a different screen. Here we go. All right. So this is the result of that exercise for me. Okay. I put this together. This is, as you can see, it's T. Gray's blueprint for 2025. It's me 2025, but you can see that it's not your typical goal setting. It's not, I will achieve this, I'm going to achieve that. I have that. But what this is designing the who I need to be in order to achieve that. And so this is in all sorts of different areas. You're going to come up with the same type of stuff. You don't necessarily have to use mind mapping software. You can do it on paper. You can do it on your computer, whatever. I even made a list of what needs to go in order for me to become this. And so how many of you are excited that we're going to do this for you today? We're going to roll up our sleeves. We're going to do this for you today. All right. All right. So let's shift back to our work deck here. And here's a few things, right? Here's a few things as we get started in terms of the rules of engagement, how we need to go about this today. All right. The first rule of engagement is this. The first rule is that you need to be 100% focused. Okay. So for those of you who received promotion, you saw my videos, and what did I ask you to do? I asked you to be at home if you can. right? I know some of you just didn't want to miss this and you can't avoid being in your car, no worries. But at the end of the day, the majority of you need to be in in your office, in a place where you can close the door, where no one is going to distract you, no kids, no pets, because this is serious. It's for all the marbles, right? This is for your future. So for your future, you want to be able, if you can't sacrifice a few hours of focus for your future, then you failed already. Okay. Number two is I want to also let you guys know that we asked you to budget 3 hours. Now we will not go over 3 hours. That would take us to 11 a.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. on the East Coast. We will not go over 3 hours. I'm going to watch the time. I'm going to manage the time. But that said, is 3 hours worth the next 365 days? Right? So I want to challenge you to lock in, put in the work, right? If you can't invest, right? You're not going to spend this time today. If you can't invest 3 hours in to set yourself up to win in the next 365 days, well, then you failed already. Okay. Now, I also want you to come, this is not a spectator sport today, right? Normally, when we do our Ibüümerang podcast, we do it on a Zoom, on a webinar line, right? Because it's just us presenting and there's not a whole lot of feedback. Well, today we're on a meeting line, and we're on a meeting line for a reason, because you all are going to participate today. So be ready to put in the work. Be ready to participate. I know some of you guys are shy. It's okay. You're going to end up talking to people today. It'll be okay. Nobody's going to bite. All right. So let's get down to business. You should have identified what medium you're going to use. Some of you guys are doing this on your computer. Some of you guys are doing this in your journal. Some of you guys have a stack of blank paper. Whatever it is, great, fantastic. Let's get down to business. Okay. All right. So there are 5 sessions today, and we're going to go ahead and jump into session 1. All right. If you're ready for session 1, just put "I'm ready" in the chat. Give me thumbs up. I can't see everybody anymore, but I'm going to figure out how to do that. Give me thumbs up. Okay, I can see you guys over here on this monitor. All right, give me a thumbs up, whatever. Okay, so everybody is ready. Okay, Pat, I see you ready. Fantastic. Bonnie, I see you ready. Renew. Denmark in the house is ready, right? Okay, who else is ready? Who's ready? Who else is ready? Right, let me see those thumbs up. If you put a thumbs up, turn on your camera, be present. Chris Campbell is ready. Chris Campbell is ready. Let's get those cameras on, folks. We're here to participate. Who's ready? Faisal, he's ready. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. Charlie Stone is ready. Good job. Right. Keep your mics muted. Keep your mics muted, but turn your cameras on. Okay, where nobody's hiding today. Turn your cameras on. All right, turn your cameras on. I know it might make some of you guys uncomfortable, but don't worry about it. Turn your cameras on. If you came and you didn't realize we were going to do cameras on today, and you got to go fix your hair, take a minute, go fix your hair real quick, and come on back and turn that camera on. Young Co, I see you. I see you. You look ready. That's what I'm talking about. So do you, Elizabeth Kennedy. You look ready. Reese. Man, I've heard your name so many times. Are you ready for this, sir? Are you ready? Reese says he's ready. He's got his coffee. He is ready. Okay, good. All right, so you guys are ready. Let's rock and roll. Session 1 is about getting your mind right. Before we can start, we got to get in the right frame of mind. And the mind is so important because you thought that the battlefield to accomplish your goals was out there in the world of business. You thought it was with your family. You thought it was in the gym. But the reality is this battle will be fought, won, or lost in your mind. That is where the war is going to be fought. So that is why it is so crucial for us to start by getting our mind right. Because today we're going to go deep, and your mind has a lot of protective mechanisms that are going to try to keep you from going deep. and try to keep you from going places that make you uncomfortable. It's going to do its job. So that's why we've got to, what? We got to get our mind right. Now, whoever's drawing on the screen, stop. Okay? Stop. All right. Let me see if I can figure out how to clear your drawings. Okay, good. I think I got it. Clear all drawings. Don't do it again. All right? Don't be bad children. All right. So to get the mind right, what we're going to do is we're going to start today with a 5-minute meditation. Now, actually, when I did this a few weeks ago, I actually did a 20-minute meditation, but I'm not going to take you guys through a 20-minute meditation. I do encourage you guys to make meditation a key component of your growth and your personal development and your daily routine. But today what we're going to do is we're going to do a 5-minute meditation together to get ourselves ready to do this work. All right. So hopefully you guys are in a nice, in one of my videos, I said you need to be in a safe place. This is why. Okay. And here's what my challenge to you is. Really do this. Okay. Really do this. This is important. This is for you. It's not for me. It's not for Mark. This is for you and your future. You said you wanted something different, a different result next year. This is where it starts. So let us get ready for our 5-minute meditation. Okay, here we go. It begins now.
Begin by getting into a comfortable seated position. Lovingly close your eyes when you're ready and tune into your breath and your body, letting your belly be soft and loose so it may expand as you breathe in and contract as you breathe out. Then let your awareness travel into your heart's energy center in the middle of your chest and a couple of inches inwards. Tune in to the energy you feel here. Become aware of a deep and unconditional loving presence. Recognize you are tapping into the love of your inner being here, who views you with all love, all acceptance. Let yourself relax into this feeling. And simultaneously become aware of a loving energy all around you. Your highest, most loving guides, they're here with you now. You are guided and supported, both internally by your own inner guide and externally by your non-physical, highest, most loving guides. Breathe in how supported you are. Relax into it on your exhale. And feel as though all of your guides, including your inner guide, are helping you access the ability to lift and remove obstacles and blocks now. As you breathe in, it feels as though walls are being lifted and removed. And as you exhale, you relax into a flowing of energy that feels freeing and easy. With every inhale, another wall is lifted. And with every exhale, you relax more deeply into how easy this can be. Feeling lighter and freer. And now continuing to breathe in and removing walls. But now as you exhale, you're also receiving energy from your guides. It's a washing, cleansing, clearing energy that flows through you from the top of your head down to the soles of your feet. And now, any and all other walls that are ready to be removed are lifted on your next inhale. And on your next exhale, you relax more deeply into the energy being flowed your way. And now every inhale deepens the connection to this loving, cleansing energy. You feel it in every cell of your being, uplifting, transmuting. Feel how free you are. Tune into the energy of ease that's within and around you. Say thank you to that energy and carry it with you as you begin to roll your shoulders and wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes back to the world around you.
Great job, everybody. Absolutely fantastic job. Welcome back. How do you feel? That's right, Danny. Namaste, right? How do you feel right now? Did you see? That's so good. Oh my God, it's so good, right? Because just cleared the junk. We got our minds right. We're ready to work. Thank you for your feedback in the chat here. Curtis, I see you. I see my family members. My wife is on here. My brother-in-law is on here. I love that. Many of my friends are on here. This is good. I'm glad we were able to do that together, get our minds right, because we got a lot to do. So you guys ready? Let's go. All right, that was session 1. Now it's time to work. Let's get down to session 2. Session 2 is our 2024 review. You can't get anywhere without first knowing where you are, right? How many of you have ever been in a strange city, you forgot something at home, you had to go to the mall to pick up something, you know you're trying to get to a specific store, you don't know where it is, you find the directory, and what are the big words on the directory? What's the red arrow on the directory? You are here. It's where you are. And where you're trying to go is there. And so now you can figure out how to get from here to there. So the first thing we need to do to start is we have to take a review. We got to take inventory of where we are. And you know what? This hurts. This can hurt. This can hurt. Because remember, we said we've got so many failed goals, right? So this can be challenging, but I'm going to challenge you that it's time to be brutally honest. Okay? Because here's the one thing that so many of us do, all of us do it. We lie to ourselves. The easiest person for us to lie to is ourselves. We lie to ourselves, we lie to other people. We tell that lie so many times we begin to believe it. And then we believe it. And then it becomes part of who we are, right? But here's what I've learned recently. I've learned that when the lie is present, there is no power. And you are meant to be powerful. And what you are working through this exercise to accomplish is to be able to leverage your power to create. So if you're not honest with yourself in this exercise, you will sap yourself of your own power to create. So it's time to be brutally honest in this. If you got what I'm saying, I want you to put, be honest in the chat. I want to see be honest in the chat. Put be honest in the chat. Be honest. Okay. All right, cool. All right. It makes me, I made myself laugh because I thought of this, what is that movie where the girls, they made like a singing group and they were in the singing competition, and the one girl, she goes, let's be honest, right? So let's be honest, everybody. Let's be honest. Okay, cool. Here we go. So we need to be honest. The other thing is we need to look inside. We're going to look inside real hard today. Okay. I actually made this slide just before we started because I got up this morning, and many of you guys follow me on Instagram. And you know that I've been walking every day. So I got up and I was walking this morning, and I'm listening. When I walk, it's a multitask. I'm getting my exercise and I'm also learning, I'm feeding myself. And I was listening to one thing and it said, who looks outside dreams, but who looks inside awakens. And that's what we want to do here. We want to wake up this power. So we're going to look inside. All right. So here's the work. You guys ready? Get ready to write. Get ready to write. Are you writing? Okay, here we go. We're going to start by taking a look at, we're going to go back to December 2023. Right? December 2023, when we were putting together our goals for 2024, the year that we're in right now. So now my question is, do you even remember what those goals were? Right? What were your goals for this year? What did you say you wanted to accomplish this year? Now, of those goals, which ones did you actually accomplish? And which ones did you not accomplish? Put in the work here. What did you say you were going to do this year? What did you do? What did you not do? Do the work, folks. Don't shy away here. Okay. Now, did you have any big wins this year that you're proud of? Write it down. What did you do this year that you're proud of? What did you do this year that you can celebrate and that you should celebrate? What did you do, Shauna? What did you do that you should celebrate this year? What about you, Rod? What did you accomplish that you said in December 2023, you said in 2024, I'm going to do this, and it's something that you accomplished and you did it and you crushed it and you're proud of it? In your whole life, Vita, I said, this is not an Ibüümerang training. This is not an Ibüümerang training. This is not about Ibüümerang right now. That's why we invited our friends who are not in Ibüümerang. This is your whole life. You set goals. Hopefully, you set goals for what you wanted to accomplish in 2024. Hopefully, you at least did that. You hit some. You lost, you missed others. Most people missed most. Some people forgot that they even made goals. Now, here's the one that's painful. What were your fails? What were your letdowns? What were your disappointments? Did you say you were going to lose weight this year? And here we are in December 2024, and you weigh more than December 2023? Did you say you were going to save money, have a certain amount of money saved by the end of 2024? and you're the same place or worse off than you were December 2023? Did you say you were going to improve relationships with family members and friends? Did you do it? Were you able to do that? Did you say that I'm going to increase my income in 2024? And here we are in December, and you actually did it. Maybe you increased it by 15%, 50%. Maybe you doubled your income versus last year. And you're proud of that, and you should be. But let's do this exercise. Let's identify what were the goals that we had for 2024. And let's be honest about this process. Now, here's what I want you to do. Now I want you to think, okay? Now we're going to look inside so that we can awaken. For the goals that you set for 2024, the ones that you achieved, why did you achieve them? Now, this is meant to be a deep question. I want you to really look deep. Tracy, I want you to go deep inside yourself and say, okay, I achieved this goal. Why did I achieve this particular goal? Why was I able to get this done? What decisions did I make? What daily decisions did I make? What did I change so that I could get this done? Deborah, what did you do in order to achieve that particular goal? Right? Like Mark says in the chat, Mark Giarante, he says, the goal that he achieved is because he believed that he could. Right? So yeah, Michelle said for the goals that she achieved, she stayed consistent, she stayed motivated, she stayed passionate. Daniela said that she saw herself there, and so she was able to accomplish it. The goals that you achieved, why did you achieve them? Okay. Now, of course, we're going to do the opposite. The goals that you missed. The goals that you missed. Why did you miss them? The goals that you missed. Why? Why did you miss them? Did you give up on them in January? Were you sometimey about it? You worked on it, you didn't work on it. You worked on it, you didn't work on it. Did you let somebody talk you out of it? Were you hanging around people whose goals were opposite what you wanted to achieve? And you let the pack distract you? Vita said the ones that she didn't achieve, she didn't have a real plan in place to achieve them. Latrice said that on those goals, she was not focused. Kia said that on those goals that she missed, she didn't track. There was no accountability. Curtis said that in those, he didn't prepare correctly. Okay? So I want you to write on this. I want you to write, okay? Now, you're in trouble. You guys ready? Here we go. Hard work time. You ready? Here we go. Now I want you to answer this question. And I want you to write down the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, remember, this is for you. And I don't want you to hold anything back. Anything that you really feel is like super personal and you need to hold it back, then just don't share it. Okay, but you do need to write it down. Because the person who needs to see it in front of their face is you. You got to do this. Who are you right now? Who have you been in 2024? So, who are you right now? And who have you been? Who do you be right now? Victoria, who are you? The good, the bad, and the ugly. Don't lie to yourself here, because what happens when there's a lie? There's no power. So jujitsu, be super honest with yourself now. Angel, tell the truth. Levon, be honest. Because you are with you 100% of the time. You are with you when no one else is around. You know the good, the bad, and the ugly about you. And right now is a time for you to come face to face with it. Trust me, trust you, me. This will be worth it. Peppy, it's worth it. It's worth it. Trust me on this one. This is worth it, Rocky. Trust me. This is not the place to sugarcoat. Be honest with Elijah. Be honest with Shaquisha. Be honest with Pat. Be honest with Costadine. Be honest with yourself right now. No lies. Remember, you're going to share some stuff. You're going to share that thing that you don't want to, that you know you need to write down. You don't have to share it. But you do need to write it down. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to give you some time to write. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to write and to go deep. You guys ready? Here we go. I know this part might bring some people to tears. It's okay. It's okay. Be honest. I see you. You're doing a great job. You needed to do this. You needed to take this time, this focused time, to take yourself through it. Your whole 2025, the rest of your life is going to be better because of these moments right here. You're doing such a great job, everybody. All right, your 3 minutes is up. How are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling about that exercise? Anybody go to some painful places? Yeah, I see some nods. Yep, absolutely. Right? Very, very good. Very, very good. Well, here's what we're going to do next. We're not going to keep this to ourselves. Now, again, I'm going to give you guys some rules. We're going to put you guys into some breakout rooms so you can talk to each other, right? And we're going to put you in rooms. There's going to be 5 people in each breakout room. And we're going to take 15 minutes in the breakout. And what I want you to do in the breakout is make sure that you don't take up more than 3 minutes and share some of what you just discovered with the others, okay? Again, I want to challenge you, unless you want to, if there are things that are deeply personal that you really just don't want to share, don't share those, but there should be plenty of other stuff to share. And if you want to share the deeply personal, knock yourself out, there's, this is a safe space. All right, so we're going to go and start these breakout rooms in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, hold on. Is it happening? It's not happening yet. Hold on. Okay. Okay, we still have some folks that we need to plug into some rooms. Okay, those of you who are still here in the main room, I think you may have to accept the invitation to go into the room. Look at your screen so you can go join your room.
Good morning, everybody. It looks like I have. Great. So, Pat, you ready? Okay, guys, my system kicked me out, so I came on another machine. So I'm actually in two chats. So I'm going to X out from this one and go into the other one, which is where I had signed up first. Have a great day.
Tigray, would you like me to manually move people in? You are muted. I can't hear you.
Yes, can you help me with this?
Sure, of course.
Okay, cool.
Oh, where that put me? I could have stayed in the one I was in. Oh, I wasn't trying to leave it. Mm-mm.
I think I'm moving a different group right now. Anybody's hearing me over there?
Hello?
Hi.
Are you here by yourself?
Um, I guess we were 4 people, and right now I could see we were supposed to be 24, but I just see team check.
Oh,
I don't know what
I
happened.
was in a group, but they were just talking to themselves.
I think that's what happened to, hold on, in the top, confirm your speaking language. See, I could see Tigray right now. And oh, we
I
can't
don't
eat.
have my picture up.
Tigray, you're muted.
Oh, you've got this, Anna. I'll let you handle this. I'm going into different rooms to check people out. Room 2 only has one person. Let me go over.
My people are not moving, but whoever I moved, they're still in the main room. Something is off. It
I
looks.
wonder if they had
I'm
when you get moved, Let's see, I just need one person to, Danny.
Yes. Hi,
We're gonna
Tigray.
try to move you. My question, and what I want you to do is tell us if something pops up on your screen that you have to accept, okay?
It,
You ready?
it,
I'm gonna do it right now. Did you see something?
No, nothing.
I've seen it.
I've seen it too, Tigray. So something did pop up probably earlier. Let me try to move people back into the waiting room. Maybe that will refresh.
The ones that say that they're in a group, but they haven't joined?
Those that are in the main room still.
Okay, the ones that are in the main room, okay.
Okay, hold on.
Then I'm gonna go jump into another group and see what they're talking about.
Let me see this group. Nobody talking.
I think we're only both of us. I could see that we're 25, 26, but
Yeah.
that participant, but it to
For
me,
some reason, something with your Zoom, maybe you don't have the most recent version or you're more too advanced. I don't know what it is, but unfortunately.
yeah, I got a pro
It just doesn't.
pro Zoom like business one. That's maybe why. And
Because
do you see anybody else that
separating people into break rooms, it's automatic. So
I see right now, I didn't mention it to Tigray earlier. That's the first time that I see that. I did
Yes.
earlier. It asked me what sound I wanted to Tigray.
so did you
I
accept?
speak language. Did you see that? Like right
Yes,
now it appeared
did.
again.
Yeah, but that's not it. It would ask you, you are assigned to the room 3, accept, for example, or something.
At the beginning, that's what I saw, and I clicked
Yeah,
that.
that you were
started.
supposed to accept that. If you
Yeah,
didn't
but
accept it, that's why we're stuck.
yeah, but since me and you are in there, before Tigray talked to us, it did ask me on the top corner, like what language was I choosing? And then
Language is not important. That's something else.
I know, but I thought it was strange because it
Okay.
doesn't happen usually, and it just did again, like it's strange. So anyway, in the meantime, why don't we just share? Why we don't do that sharing things? How was it with your little moment? Do you want to share any experience with me or?
Who are you addressing? You have to be specific. If we are going to have this as a group because we can't move people, then you need to talk among yourselves.
Okay, I see. Okay, because I could see that it's just teams check. So I thought we were just 2 people that it seemed. Do you see any other people on this, you?
Nothing changed. You're still in the main room. You are not in the one of the break rooms.
Okay.
I didn't get it. Oh,
Oh, someone else is there. I see. Okay.
Kimberly, I'm here.
Hi, Kimberly.
I went into a break room. So how do I get back into it?
That's what they try to figure it out.
Oh,
You were in the break
Hi,
room and you
good
came back.
morning.
Hi.
Good
Yeah.
morning. My name is Cynthia, and I apologize for not putting on my camera. I'm trying to get my hair together.
That's
But I did find out that you could click on that button and it'll take you back to the break room. Like if you just press on your
Arrow.
screen or whatever, it'll take you, it says join break room. So it'll take you back to the break room that you was in.
Okay, where is that at?
If you just tap on the screen, if you're on your phone or if you're on the computer,
Mm-hmm.
just tap onto the screen and it should pop up to join break room, breakout room,
I don't.
and you just click on that.
I'm tapping on the screen. It didn't work.
No, the only thing I had when I tap on the screen, it asked me like just a regular like view
Are you
profile.
on a computer or your cell phone?
I'm on a computer.
I'm on
You're on a computer. So if
It's-
you take your mouse and maybe move it over the screen or something, it should pop up on that screen somewhere, like over to the left somewhere.
No,
no.
I did maybe did.
Not working.
No. I didn't like in the past seen that, and I clicked, and then I
It just takes you back into, because I was in the break room with you as well. So it
Okay.
just take you back to whatever break room they put us in. So I guess I'll share because I think our time is almost up.
Okay,
And
good.
so of course my name is Cynthia Quakes and I am part of Ibüümerang. And so I think my biggest failure of this year is that I did not, as of today, get 2 peoples. I did get 1, but I did not get 2, and that was part of my goal. I was able to, and the young lady stays in Milwaukee, and I stay on the border of Illinois. So, I would, like I say, I didn't get my 2. So that was a goal that I did not accomplish that really hits hard. So that would be kind of like the bad stuff. And then for me, the ugly is that I am not a networker, so it's hard for me to maintain. It's hard for me to promote the business, or, once people tell me no, it's kind of hard to come back from that. So that's the biggest ugly I have for myself. And just scared to step out there, those are, some things that, but I have started to talk to people's more. So that's something that's a good benefit for me.
I see. Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome.
That was getting good.
We can't hear you, T. Gray. You're muted.
T. Gray, you're muted.
There we go. I keep forgetting every time I come back. I'm muted. Yes. All right. Everybody's coming back. Everybody's coming back. Great job, you guys. All right. Just a real quick thing about the breakout rooms. I'm not sure what happens when we initiate the breakout. All right. Everybody make sure your line is muted. I'm not sure what happens when we initiate the breakout. If you get a pop-up or something that you have to accept. Does that happen?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you do.
Yes,
Okay.
it happened.
Yes, it happened to me twice.
So those of you who got stuck in the main room, make sure that when we say we're going to break out, you watch your screen for that pop-up so that you can accept it, because I went into different breakout rooms and man, it was so good. It was really so good. I was in for a minute with So and Ella, and they were sharing some really good stuff. And then I was in with Aaron and Charlie and Reese, and just such good stuff was being shared. I was even in there with Darren Gibson and my wife, and just listening to the stuff that was being shared. Danielle D. Lovely was in that group as well. So you want to make sure that you don't miss out on the opportunity to be in breakout rooms. But where we are right now, we're going to take just a few minutes, right? Because you guys were good. We want a couple of people to just kind of share with the group what this part here, who they are. Okay, who are you right now? The goals you achieved, you didn't achieve, why, et cetera, that whole conversation. Just want a couple of people to share. And of course, you thought you were going to get a chance to volunteer, but you were wrong about that because you're getting volunteered in this deal. Okay, so the first person that I want to share is Aaron. Aaron, we were in a group together. Why don't you come on here and open your mic and your camera and go ahead and just share with everyone what you shared in the group.
Hello, everyone. Is it me, Tigre? Yep, Erin.
Yeah, it's you. 100% you. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, everyone. So I was just sharing that I had set myself probably too many goals to achieve. So lots of different things that it ended up that one of them was for us to get married and for me to plan like the most amazing, wonderful wedding that I could ever possibly have imagined, which I did achieve. And I think that's because my desire was so strong for me to have that. As a little girl, you always think about your dream wedding and the day that you want to have. And I think everything else sort of fell by the wayside because I was so focused on that. I think I was looking to achieve too many different things, and going into the new year, I'm gonna change that, focus on a couple of things that I really want to achieve and create a plan that will help me achieve that.
You know what? That's very good, Aaron. That's one of the big discoveries I made this year personally, that you can't focus on too many things at a time. Right. So, I mean, you married Fraser, right?
Yes.
Poor thing. Let's have a okay, just kidding. You know, so I mean, I know Fraser follows me on Instagram. I don't know if you do, but that's why I just started walking, because in the past I failed in my fitness goals. One of the reasons I failed is because I bit off too many things at a time. I said, I'm going to change this, change that, and change this, and do this, and do that, and do this. And then it would all be so much that I would end up doing none of it. And so this year I just said, I'm just going to walk minimum 30 minutes a day and make that a routine. So good stuff. But here's a question for you. So who are you? Good, bad, and ugly. Who are you today?
Me again?
Yes, ma'am.
So I have said that, I'm a teacher, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a good person. I do a lot of things for others, but I'm lazy when it comes to my own goals and desires. I feel like I got quite negative, which I don't want to share everything entirely, but I do feel kind of like what you said there, when you set yourself too many goals and you feel like you're not really achieving any of them, that I can find myself doing silly things like just sitting scrolling on social media, and I know that that's not pushing me forward to achieve any of my goals that I've set. But sometimes I'm like, I just need a little bit of downtime. Like, my life is so busy all of the time, but there's always time for me to be doing something that pushes my boat forward to achieve what I want to do. So yeah, I think I need to realize that why do I put other people before me all the time? And think about being a bit more selfish in a way of doing what I want to do, rather than trying to do things for others. But I do things for others. I don't mean that, but I feel like I kind of give a lot of myself to others, and when I look at my goals and what I wanted to achieve and barely achieving any of those this year, then I'm thinking that has to change.
You know what? God bless you. I just appreciate you so much for being vulnerable and sharing what you shared. And I also want to applaud you for those things that you wrote down that are not for public consumption. I want to applaud you because you wrote them down.
Yeah.
And I know it was painful to write them, it's painful to see them, and you don't have to share them, but you do need to see them so that you can address them. So good job, Erin. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. All right, well, in the interest of time, what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to go ahead and move to our next session. And let me get the slides back up so that we can continue. Everybody give Erin some love in the chat, please. Give Erin some love in the chat, okay? All right, excellent. Good job, everybody. So we did the work here. How many of you can say that your self-assessment is on the same level as Erin's, where you identified what you achieved, what you didn't achieve, where, like Erin, you zeroed in on why you did not achieve the ones you didn't. She said, I didn't achieve a lot of my goals because I put everybody else before me, right? How many of you also went deep on who you are today? I love what Erin says. She's like, I'm a good person. I'm a wife. I'm a mom, a teacher. But she goes, but I'm also lazy. I spend too much time scrolling social media. And my favorite line was, I have some things here that I'm not going to say. How many of you went that hard on us? Did you do it? Yvette, you didn't go that deep. You got to go that deep. Remember, that's what we're here to do. Okay. All right. Rich, you got to go that deep. Anybody who didn't go that deep, your homework assignment is to go that deep. All right. Erin was starting to get emotional. If you're not looking at this and getting emotional, you are not going to get it. You're not going to get it. Right. It's like going to the gym and not breaking a sweat. Okay. So remember, brutal honesty. Okay, good. All right, everybody. Let's go to session 3. Okay, so we got our mind right. Okay, we identified where we are. Now let's figure out where we want to go. Where do we want to go? 2025, where do we want to go? All right, so now let's start writing down. Right, Marlene is right. She said the tears tell it all. That's what I'm talking about. If it don't hurt you to look at what you wrote, if you don't feel naked when you're looking at what you wrote, you got to go back and do it again. You got to go back and do it again. All right. All right. What do you want to accomplish in 2025? We're going to tackle this in areas. We're going to tackle this in areas. Good job, Rocky. Good job, Charlie. So the first area is body. And we're going to start with body. And I'm going to tell you why we're going to start with body. We're going to start with body because body is your vehicle. Body is your vehicle. Your body, if your body can't take you where you need to go, you simply can't get there. It's kind of like you're trying to go from where let's say you're in New York City and you want to go from New York City to Florida and you want to drive. You want to go to Disney World. Well, the first thing you got to do is you got to make sure that, number one, you have a car. And number two, that car is in good enough shape to get you to where you're going. All right, so you guys, so the way I have this shared is not enough for you guys. Let me see, hold on. I'm gonna fix it. Here we go. Boom. How's that? Hopefully that helps you guys. Should be better now. Okay, there we go. So here's the thing.
It's better.
Perfect. Here's the thing, everybody. We live in a very, very overly sensitive world now. And part of that sensitivity is a lie. There's this concept of body shaming where the vehicle, we're going to call it, is trying to convince you that it is okay to be unhealthy. And you got to stop and think about what's behind that? Who's behind that? Are the manufacturers of bad foods behind that? Do they want you to believe that it's okay to be unhealthy because it'll allow them to sell you more bad shit? Is it the pharmaceutical companies behind the matrix that want you to stay unhealthy so that you can stay on their drugs? Because by the way, if everybody got their shit together physically, then who would buy Doritos? Who'd be on diabetes medication? Who'd be on high blood pressure medication? So you got to think about who this would hurt. And so what they've decided to do is, instead of allowing themselves to be hurt, they want to hurt you by convincing you it's okay. And if anybody tells you that it's not okay to be fat, then they're wrong. Shame on them. They should accept you as they are. And what I want you guys to do is understand that accepting you and loving you as a person has nothing to do with accepting you as unhealthy. The trigger for me was a book that I read and a course that I went through by a gentleman by the name of Garrett Smith. Talked about being a warrior. And here's the deal. He framed it in a way that I had never thought about this before. And this is at a point when I had allowed myself to balloon up to 263 pounds, the heaviest I've ever been. And I bought this course and I bought this book. And he said, how do you view your body? Do you view your body as a vehicle to take your mind where it wants to go? Can your body take you where you want to go? And that was at a time when I was doing a lot of business travel. And the thing that came to my mind was, can this fat body run through the airport if I'm close or going to be late for my flight? And I was obese, not even overweight. I was obese. I was slow. My knees hurt. My blood sugar was slightly elevated, not to diabetes, but pre-diabetes. But I still had big dreams and goals. And I'm like, can I get from New York to Florida in this car? And I had to be honest with myself and say, no. I gotta fix this shit. This body can't get me where I want to go. This body can't get me the respect that I want from other people, because whether you want to acknowledge it or not, fit people get more respect. Fit people magnetize and attract more opportunity. Some of you guys don't want to hear this because you want it to be okay. But that's the lie you've been telling yourself, that others have been telling you, and that you've been telling others. And when there's the lie is present, what? Put in the chat. When the lie is present, what? When the lie is present, what? Put in the chat. There is no power. You said you wanted to be powerful, so you got to stop lying. So what are your 2025 goals for your body? Did you write them down already? Write it down. That's right, Jesus. You show discipline when you're fit, because that's what people subconsciously see when they see fit people. They see a person who is able to discipline themselves, so they have the raw ingredient to have mastery over other situations. So what are your 2025 goals when it comes to your body? And then there's the mind. What are your goals when it comes to your mindset, your outlook? How your perception. Are you a person who your first inclination to everything you see is negative? Are you possibility minded? Or do you always see the worst case scenario? How about this? Are you too optimistic? Are you an unbridled optimist? Are you an unrestrained dreamer? And you never see what could go wrong. You never have a balanced view. You never have a clear perspective of the situation. This also includes your spirituality, whatever it is that you believe. Are you true to it? Are you mean? Do you repel people? Are you angry? Are you resentful? Are you drowning in shame? What are your 2025 goals when it comes to your mindset, your spirituality, your outlook? Have you tapped into your subconscious ability to create? Do you need to build that up? Let's talk about business. And this includes your finances. What are your 25 goals when it comes to finances, business, and profession? Have you become comfortable? Have you become stagnant? Are you making progress? Are you hiding in your job? Are you hiding in your business? What do you do with a dollar when it comes into your possession? Do you spend every dollar that comes into your possession? Are you saving? Are you investing? Are you putting any money to work? What lies have you been telling yourself, professionally, business-wise, finance-wise? What do we need to do different in 2025? How much money do you want to have saved? How much money do you want to make in 2025? What business do you want to grow in 2025? If your business is a profession where you work a job, what is your trajectory there? Do you want to get promoted? If so, what needs to happen? And then there's our relationships. How's it going with your spouse? How's it going with your children? How's it going with your friends? How's it going with your community? How's it going with your coworkers? Are there specific relationships that need some attention, Are there specific relationships that need improvement? Is it your relationship with your spouse? Did you need to be more intentional? Where do you want that relationship to go? But this time next year, December 2025, what do you want the relationship with your spouse to look like? What do you want the relationship with your son or your daughter to look like? What do you want the relationship with your friends to look like? Have you been accidental or unintentional about these relationships? And what can you do? What do you need to do for them to be more rich and meaningful? Okay, so we're going to write down our 2025 goals. We're going to, where is it that we want to go? Because we go up to that mall directory and we don't even know what we want to buy or what kind of store we want to go to or which store in particular we want to get to, then we ain't going nowhere. We're just standing there looking at the map. You are here and you're going to still be here. So what is it that you want to accomplish next year? Now, let's go deeper. You ready? If you're ready, say I'm ready. Put it in the chat. If you're ready, say I'm ready. Put it in the chat. Let's go deeper. All right. Okay, cool. Just make sure you guys are still here. All right. Why? Why do you want it? See, here's what we're not doing today. Erica, here's what we are not doing today. We are not writing down shit because it sounds good. We're not writing down, Tom, we're not going to write anything down because we think that's what we're supposed to write down. We're not doing none of that today. Okay? That's not what we're doing today. What we're doing today is we're writing down things that we really want. And we are connecting with why we want them. What does it mean to you to achieve that goal? What will be the impact on your life if you achieve it? What will be the impact on your life if you don't achieve it? You shouldn't have any goals that don't have real meaning. I love you, Erica. She put it in the chat. She goes, I'm so sick of me. Exactly. So now let's write these things down. I think we're at a place where I'm gonna give you some time to write. Go deep, but be meaningful. No trivial goals. Everything you write down, why do you want that? What does that mean to you? You really want that? No bullshit goals today. Okay, we did that last year. We did that in 2022. We did that in 2019. Not today. Because when we come back together at the end of 2025, it's going to be fireworks and celebration and champagne. Okay? All right, everybody write. We got 3 minutes. All right, and we're back. All right, you guys are doing such a fantastic job. I'm so proud of you. I'm looking at you guys, and I can see that you guys are taking this very, very seriously, and you are really blessing yourself in this process. I promise you, you guys are really doing a fantastic job, and you're going to thank yourself for this time. And, you know, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is because it's really challenging, Kia, to do this on your own. Like I remember I told myself I was going to do this for about 3 weeks before I actually did it. you know, it was about 3 weeks of diva. I was telling myself I'm going to do it. Okay, there was always something, right? And so this is really good that you guys are investing this time. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go back into our breakout rooms, and I want you to share. I want you to talk to each other about your goals for 2025 and the different areas. But I also want you to talk about why it's important. I want you to challenge each other and just ask each other why. Why? What does this mean to you? Is this really important to you? Okay. Now we're going to trigger the breakout rooms again, but remember this time, remember to watch for the notification. Okay. Remember to watch for the notification. And let's see, what do I need to do in order to do this? Well, you know what? In the interest of not messing up the time, we're just gonna hit the button and see what happens. All right, Anna, are you still here? All right, well, hey, listen,
No,
everybody,
she's not.
Here we go. Anna, I might need you to save me on this one. We're gonna see what happens. Boom.
Nothing yet, Tigray.
Okay. I think people are still being moved. Let's see if we can get you guys in rooms now. And are you assigning people? You can try. Okay, so for those of you who are still stuck in the main room, I don't know what to do. So what you're gonna have to do is turn on your cameras and somebody start in this room right here. Okay, I'm gonna turn this music off. And let you guys have at it. Who's going first?
Hello.
Go ahead,
Hello?
Carl. You got it, brother.
Yeah, okay, nice one. All right, so am I just going at, hold on. Let me get my thing up. That's it. Yeah, am I just going at all of them or what? What am I going at?
Yeah, go ahead. Start talking about your goals. Now, you only have maybe about 3 minutes. All right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, one of the goals is one of them is my boxing matches, to win my boxing matches. One of them is connection with my family, whilst I'm going towards my financial freedom goals, to free them, my sisters and my family as well. One of them is in regards to the fitness element of things, it's definitely having, I've got my six pack I can see, but it's not defined. I want it really defined, like lean muscle and everything. So I'm always on that fitness scale, and spiritual, more connection with God, and my goal of like I want 100 million by the end of next year. So 20, like by the 20th of December. And then my other business ventures that I do, like my books to sell 100,000 now, and yeah, making 1 million a month, and yeah, just having freedom, more of that scale. Did you want to ask me a question, or what's the
No,
process?
that's good. Now, here's the question. Why? Right? This is the question that the group, you guys are supposed to be asking Carl. Why do you want those things? Why are those things important to you?
Because, well, which one shall I go on first? Just any of them? financial, yeah,
For sure.
financial freedom is important for me. So I'm able to scale and my impact of my speaking and use all of my gifts of my talents, so I can actually set up academies for young people. I can free up other young people to also be financially free, and also my family as well, so I can travel the whole world. We don't have to think about basically um, how much does something cost. Paying off one of my biggest things now is paying off my parents' mortgage, and I know how much it is. I know a long time ago, my mom told me it was about 100,000 just to pay off, and I know once I pay, literally, I pay that off. They're basically they don't have to. Yeah, the house, they don't have to do anything because my dad can go back to Ghana if he wants to be honest with you. So that's where the million comes from. And obviously traveling around the world and expanding my winning my boxing matches, um expanding my books, just inspiring people within using my gifts and talents, and also better relationships with my friends, my family, my sisters, more experiences with them, and also be able to take young people to better experiences as well. Like to get them out of the hood, to not always think like that's their life and it needs to be knife crime and stuff like that. Hope it makes sense.
Man, that's absolutely wonderful, Carl. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that.
No worries, man.
Good stuff. Who's next? If you don't volunteer, you get volunteered. Okay, great. Vita Wooten. Vita. Is she actually here, or is this like a second join as possible? Who else is here? Who's going to join? Who's going to share? Who came to work today? Mary Harris, did you come to work today? Who came to work today? Joanna, did you come to work today? Darcy, did you come to work today? Somebody who came to work today, to open your mic and start talking. What about you, Gerardo?
I'm right here, Chief.
There you go. All right, your turn.
What you got for me?
All right, what are your 2025 goals? Body, mind, business, relationships, and why is that important to you?
Okay. One of the things that was a breakthrough for me in 2024 is understanding what fulfillment is. And fulfillment for everybody is different, right? However, right, we all got to go back and look in the mirror, and whatever's fulfilling us now, is it getting us where we want to be? So as far as body, definitely got a lot of work to do on my end. Make sure that I take care of myself more, stay active. As an educator, trader, as a profession, we do spend a lot of time on the screen. So it's a matter about getting the time management correctly to make an effort, right, to put the work in. As far as mine, just that the psychology, is very, very important. That's a never ending, for me personally, never ending experience, right? It's always, you got to work on it, because the mind can play tricks on us. The mind can play tricks on us. And so it's important to feed it consistently every single day. As far as business, the whole goal is, just to keep going ahead, and progress with business, in different areas. But I think for me, besides the top two that I would highlight here, Tigre, obviously, is body and relationships. But relationship is very, very important. I have a family, married, have kids, and as a head of a family, we have to be responsible for them. So it's like, So, you know, it's a lot of work, but at the same time, our spouses, you know, they play a big role. We play a big role in each other. You know, so goals and alignment have to be together as a spouse, as partners.
Man, that's so good. That's really good. Excellent, excellent. I appreciate you for sharing. Thank you very much, G. And I want to challenge you, right? I want to challenge you to go deep. I'm challenging you to go deeper. You know, again, I caution everybody. There's some things I know that people are writing down that they need to keep for themselves, and that's okay. But I do want to challenge you to push yourself deep, because that's how we're going to have our breakthroughs together, because you and I work together. All right. And that's how we're going to have our breakthroughs in this coming year. But thank you so much for sharing.
Absolutely.
And for you, you know, because this shows leadership, because there's a bunch of folks on here who are talking. Who's going to talk? We're going to give you another chance. We have 4 minutes to go. We have time for one more person. Here's the question. What are your goals for 2025? Body, mind, business, relationships. And why is that important to you? Who's here to work? Nagina, you here to work? Who's here to work? Kevin, you here to work? Myron? Jerry? Juju?
Hey, T-Gay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's happening, brother?
Hey, I'm doing very well. How you doing today, sir?
Good, good, good. I always like to hear from soldiers.
Well, some of my goals with 2025, one of the main ones is my relationship with my kids. During my time in the military, I've been away from them majority of their whole life. And so now I have to rebuild that bridge back with them because things are going crazy in the world. It's so easy to get separated and go down the wrong path. And so I got a couple of them that's going down the wrong path. So I need to hurry up and get in there and build that detour bridge and get them off that path and try to get them back on the right path.
Nice.
As far as my body, I really need to work on my body. My weight is about the same. I'm starting to get a little pudge. And the reason why my body's so important is because when I had that perfect physique when I was in the military, I had the perfect attitude to go with it. And that, like, I was unstoppable, you know what I'm saying? I just could do anything. And I didn't realize how much that body and that physique really affects the attitude and the discipline that you have upon yourself and how you portray it to others. Because like you said earlier, when somebody see that you're in shape, you know, that you have that discipline that they would be looking for to take on other things. My mind's get more into my spirituality. I have to make my mind stronger, stay focused more. And the reason why that's important is because where I am right now, I will not be able to reach anything that I'm trying to do. You know, I have to buckle down, focus harder, and become a newer version of me in order to attain a lot of those goals that I have going for 2025. Business-wise, my main thing as far as that is to stay focused in. I got to do more studying, and I got to do it with a purpose. Because a lot of time I attend different things on business just because we supposed to, or we, you know, but now I'm doing it with a purpose. And the purpose is to provide more for the family, to give them some things that they never had, to show them that you can do it too. You know, you don't have to rely on the streets to do it, because the streets give it to you fast, but they're going to take it from you fast, and they're going to take you with it, and you're going to go somewhere you don't want to go.
Wow.
So T-Great, those are my goals for 2025.
Thank you, Juju. That's some really deep stuff right there. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you immensely for sharing the way that you just did. All right, everybody's about to be coming back. Our time is up. Let me get a little welcome back music going. Here they come. Oh, you're still smiling. You guys did not get beat up in the group, huh, Crystal? I don't know. I don't know. You guys coming back smiling. I'm not sure we did the work, Brenda.
We wiped our tears.
We did the work. We did the work.
I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. Having a little fun with you guys. Good to see you, Elena. Mike Manella's in the house. What's happening, brother? Good to see you, man. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Herb Grant. Good to see you. My wife is still smiling. Okay, cool. All right. Awesome. Good to see you, baby. Good stuff. Good stuff. Dan Hansen, my man. Good to see you. All right. Let's see if everybody's back. Is everybody back yet? Almost. Takes a lot of time to get all these people back in the room. First of all, congratulations to all of you for showing up. Roy, love those glasses, man. They're crazy. Sure. All right. What's up, Sylvie? Good to see you.
Recording in progress. Recording in progress.
What is that? There we go. All right. Woo. You had one line. You know how you say you got one job? You got one line to manage. One line. Okay. All right. Everybody's back. This was good. This was a good time. I want to share with you guys that I had the opportunity, let me stop the music. I had the opportunity to be in a room with some guys that really shared excellently well. Carl, I want to thank you, King Carl. I want to leave that off. That's an affirmation, right? King Carl, I love it. Great job. Juju, I want to share something that Juju said. Juju said in our breakout, Juju said, when it came to body, right? Because Juju's a soldier, and he was in the military. He said, when I had the perfect physique that I had when I was active duty in the military, he said, I also had the perfect attitude to go with it. I was unstoppable. Man, that was powerful. Juju, thank you. Thank you so much for that. When we asked him why, that was his why. He said why he wanted to get his body together. That was why. Right? So good stuff. On this one, let's see, who do I want to call on for this one? Who do I want to call on? Everybody's like, not me, not me, not me. Yeah, you. It's going to be you. All right? Let's see. I want to call on somebody I didn't hear from yet. Yeah, Mike Manella, it's you. I'll turn on your mic and come share with us your 2025 goals and why they are important to you.
Sure, sounds good.
Yes, sir.
You guys can hear me good?
Yep.
Sweet. So for me, ever since my daughter's been born, 5-6 years ago, I kind of let my weight go. So for body, the goal is to get down to a healthy weight again so that I can actually start moving and playing with my daughter. That's the reason I want to do it. I need to get healthy so I can actually show up and not have excuses when it comes to going outside and playing with her. She's standing right next to me here. But mindset is obviously the biggest thing that has been holding me back with body, business, relationships. So just to be able to stay congruent with my mindset in 2025 and not doubt myself, stay consistent with the belief in myself and what I'm doing, which will in turn obviously affect my relationships with my daughter and my wife. And yeah, I know mindset is going to be the biggest thing for me, because it affects how I show up for her, and it affects how I show up in my business, how I communicate with people. So that's been the biggest challenge and the biggest realization going into the new year.
Wow. And she's a beautiful lady. I see her there, your daughter.
Thank you.
All right, so I got a question for you, Mike.
Of course.
What will the impact on your life be if you don't get physically healthy again?
I'm going to continue to have health scares. I've been in the hospital a couple of times because of panic attacks, chest pains, all that stuff. And it is directly aligned with the way that I treat myself in the head, mindset. And if I'm not good with my mindset, I don't eat properly, and it all just cascades from that point forward. So I know if I don't show up, if I don't take care of these things, it's going to put me in a really tough position, and that's not where they need a father that can actually show up for himself and for the family.
Ooh, you're gonna make me emotional, bro. That's what I'm talking about. See, I mean, that's Mike, I gotta tell you, I mean, just you and me talking for a second, that for me is one of my main drivers. Right? I mean, how many children do you have?
Just the one daughter. Just turned 6.
I'm like you, I have one. He's 24. But I just realized, you know, I don't want him to have to take care of me. I don't want to put that on him. You know, so my job is to get myself into a healthy condition where I have control and use of my body and control and use of my mental faculties, where I can take care of myself for as long as possible. Now, what I want you to do is, you know, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
32.
You're 32, right? And your daughter is 6, right? So that means there is a 26-year difference between the two of you, right? So that means that when you are 60 minus 26, your daughter will be 34. She will be, her life will more than likely just be getting going. Just be starting to rock. And do you want, in that time of her life, that she also has to take care of you, change your diaper, push your wheelchair? Or do you want to be a strong 60-year-old, people like, you're 60? Right? And people telling your daughter, I can't believe your dad is 60. He looks great. You know, and you have another 15, 20 years of independent, health-wise independence, which means she has another 15 or 20 years of freedom to develop and grow and not have to do what she is going to be doing in her life, plus trying to take care of you. See, this is what I went through. Does that make sense to you?
It does, yeah. I appreciate you sharing that.
Does this resonate with anybody else out there? Jackie Phillips, you caught that, right? Independently healthy. We always talk about being independently wealthy, but if you want to be independently healthy, where are my parents at? Right? Charlie Stone, he was there with his daughter. Charlie, same thing, right, bro? So this is what I'm talking about, Mike, when I say you gotta ask yourself, what is the impact on my life if I don't do it? Not just why do I want it, but what if I don't do it? What's going to happen? My wife told me yesterday about somebody who went to school with her. The guy had just gotten a big coaching job at one of the universities here, 51 years old, died in his car, had a heart attack on the way to work. I asked my wife one question. I said, was he unhealthy? She pulled up his Facebook, and guess what? He was unhealthy. right? And health isn't a guarantee that nothing's going to happen to you, but it does decrease the likelihood of bad shit happening to you. Right, Mike, you and I are the same journey, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, and let me encourage you, I was 263. Today, I'm 224.
Wow, that's awesome.
Right? And it's because of some mental shifts that I made, and because I got very, very well connected to what it would mean for my life if I don't do it. Here's another thing. I'll give you guys some transparency and vulnerability too. Y'all see my wife? If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know my wife is hot. Right? And when she goes out, I know the other guys are like, oh, when she walks into a restaurant, her girlfriends, I know the guys are like, oh my God, check her out. Right? So I gotta give her something good to look at home. You know, so that she don't have to go outside and see the hot dudes. You know, I want her to be able to at least say, okay, well, my dude is good looking too. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, guys, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. All right. So good share. Mike, I love you, man. Thank you. God bless you and your family. And I really believe you're turning a corner here. All right, guys. Here's a homework assignment. Here's a homework assignment. My Facebook, you can follow everybody. You can find me on Instagram at tgraywins. TGRAYWINS. Instagram and Facebook is the same thing. All right. So homework assignment. Here's what we're not going to do today. We're not going to take those goals and get into the strategy. Like Mike said, I want to get healthy again. I want to get to a healthy weight. Mike, your homework assignment is to map out in detail how you will get to a healthy weight. Okay, we're not doing that part today. All right. King Carl, you had an income goal. I love it. You want it because you want to retire. And you know, when I asked you why, you said because you want to retire your parents. Great. How will you do it? That's your homework assignment. You got to do it within 24 hours. You cannot put this off. Don't put it off. All right. 24 hours. Make time, stay up late, get up early, whatever. Do not let 24 hours pass you by, folks, without putting the strategy behind each thing. Juju, you said you wanted to work on a relationship with your kids. How? What will you do? What are the steps? What are the things that you're going to do? That's everybody's homework assignment to actually do that. We're not going to do that on this call because we're going to work on something else. We're going to work on something else on this call. And the reason we're going to work on this something else is because you already know how to do that. Mike, do you know how many times I wrote down what I needed to do to lose weight? And then here's another transparency vulnerability moment. I went from 263 down to 220, right? That's where I was last year. And then I slacked off and went back up to 243. Now I'm back down to 224 because of what we're about to do here today. And why did I go back to 243? Because I had not done what we're about to do in the next couple of sessions. We're going to talk about that in a second. But it wasn't because I didn't know what to do. I mean, the first time when I went from 263 down to 220, I had a personal trainer, I had a nutritionist. So I knew what to eat and what not to eat. I knew what to do and what not to do. I knew what to do in the gym. So it wasn't for a lack of how-tos. And when I look at your goals that you didn't hit, it's not for a lack of how-tos. You know how to do it. You got to go ahead and write it down. But it's not because of the how-tos that you're missing your goals. How many of you agree that when you think about your goals, you know the how-tos? If you know the how-tos, put in chat, I know the how-tos. I know the how-tos. Yep. Yes. Affirmation. Yes. Whatever. If you know the I mean, come on, we're adults here. We intuitively know the how-to. If you need to make more money, you know what to do. If you need to save more money, you know what to do. It's not the knowing what to do that is the problem. So your homework assignment is on your own in the next 24 hours. Don't lie to yourself about why you can't do it. You can do it. Get 24 freaking hours. You can take one of the next 24 hours and knock out the how-tos on your own. Who's going to do it? Who will do it? Put I will do it in the chat, and don't lie to me. Don't lie to you. Who will do it? Who will do the homework? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to you. No lies. Okay. All right. So that's the homework. All right. So let's go to session 4. This is why I went from 263 to 220 and back to 243. Because I did not have the X factor. I did not become who I needed to become. And this is why I went from 243 back down to now 224. I'm within 4 pounds of my low, so I can now continue the journey. But the reason I did it, and this time without the trainer, this time without the nutritionist, because I didn't need, it wasn't the external guidance that I needed. What I needed wasn't outside. What I needed was inside. I needed to become a fit person. And in order for you to get your goals accomplished in 2025, it will take more than how-tos. It will take some becoming. I got breaking news for you. The person that you are today on this Zoom right now is not the person who will achieve the goals that you just wrote down. Today's Jeff Graves will not get it done. Today's Sherry Gibbons will not get it done. Today's Yvonne Turner will not get it done. Today's Sean Trina Gray will not get it done. You will not, today's you will not get what you want in 2025. The same way that caterpillar will not fucking fly. Levon, that caterpillar will never fly unless it becomes a butterfly. Danitza, who you are today will not get what you want unless you become the person who gets that. Unless you become the person who deserves that. And this is why you didn't hit your goals last year. This is why you didn't hit your goals the year before, Pat. This is why you didn't hit your goals, Rich. This is it right here. So let's get to work. You ready? Let's find a model. Let's find a model. Remember what I did in my, look at this. Let me show you. Remember this from the beginning? My fitness goals, I found a model. So that guy has what I want. That guy has a physique that I want. I work with a model every day. My business partner, Mark, is 60 years old. And when we go on trips and we're at the pool and he takes off his shirt, he's like a freaking anatomy chart at 60. Like you can see every muscle, you can see every vein. He's shredded at 59 years old. Who has what you want? Who has the relationships that you want? Who has the mindset that you want? Who has the money that you want? Who has the business success that you want? And now let's go one step further. How do they be? How do they be? I'm embarrassing my business partner, and that's okay. So in the area of fitness, when I take a look at Mark and I say, okay, he's got what I want. Who is he? How does he be? He's insanely, non-negotiably disciplined. I work with him. When it comes to nutrition, Sunday through Friday, 5 p.m., he is in complete control of what goes in his mouth. And you gotta understand, this is a dude, he loves cookies and milk. When I say love, I mean love, like Cookie Monster on Sesame Street. Loves cookies and milk.
Love it.
Right? But I could come in his office, and I actually have done this, bring him cookies and milk. And I gotta be honest, I did it just to fuck with him. Bring him cookies and milk, stack it up on his desk at 4:30. He will sit there and look at it, and he won't touch it until that clock says 5:00. Insane. It's amazing. Right? And what did the rest of us say? What did the rest of us say? Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Nope. He does not say, and I've said that to him. I'm like, you can eat the cookie, man. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock in New York, man. And he will say, nope, T. Gray, I'm not going to do it. Now, 5 o'clock, get out of the way. We have a pantry at our office with cookies and snacks. If you are standing between him and the pantry, you will get trampled. You will get rant over, as they say in the hood. He works out 3 days a week religiously. So the reason that I went from 263 to 220, but back to 243, is because I didn't become a person. I didn't become the person who can maintain a low weight. I didn't become a person who can maintain fitness. Mark is a person who can maintain fitness. He actually did, he built that body when he was 21. But he is the person who maintains that. You guys get where I'm going with this? No, it's not even, bro, and Darren, you too, right? You're very, very disciplined. But I'm gonna tell you guys, it's not even muscle memory, it's muscle maintenance. He's intentional about it. I've worked out with him. He works out for real. Mark and I, we went to, where were we, Mark? We were somewhere. And he came down to the hotel gym And we worked out one day and there was nobody in the gym. I think we were in Florida. And then we came in to work out the next day, and I was going to meet him down there. And I'm passing him in the hall. He's coming from the gym. I'm like, whoa, did you come early? He goes, no, there's a lot of people in there and I can't do the workout I want to do. Listen, here's what he said. So I found a gym nearby. I'm going to go pay for a day membership so I can go get my workout in. Who does that? He does. A person who is rock solid committed to their fitness. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you see my son's a professional dancer. He is committed to his body. I can't tell you how many times I have called this boy at 11 o'clock at night. He's somewhere in the world performing. And he's in his hotel. And I'm like, bro, you getting ready to go to bed? He goes, no, I'm getting ready to go to the gym. He's home right now, even last night. I went to bed a little bit early so I could be fresh for you guys today. I went to bed at 10:30. Guess where he was? He was upstairs in my office working out on the tonal, getting that workout in. Who do you need to model after for relationships? Who's got good relationships with their wife, their husband, their children, people around them? Who do you know that gets along with people without a lot of conflict? People look up to them. People respect them. Who do you know that's done the right things with their money? And how do they be? And once you get all that together, now you can design you. Who do you need to become in order to get what you want? That's what this is. That's why this doesn't have the goals and stuff on it. That's why this is saying, this is all about the who I need to become in 2025. I put in the work. I'm challenging you to put in the work. Continue after we're done here. Design you. Map out the blueprint. I said I need to be more of a kind person, but I need to do it without weakness. I need to do it with compassion. I need to show compassion, empathy, and love. I said, in mine, I said, I need to become a good listener. When people speak, I listen. I listen empathetically. I give them my full attention. I do not listen to respond. I take my time to measure my responses. I know how to wait until later. And I really need to do this when I'm talking to my wife, to my son, to my friends, and in business settings. I've literally been in business meetings where the client or the prospect is trying to say what they want, but a business partner is talking over them so they don't hear what they need to hear in order to close the freaking deal. Who do you need to become in order to get what you want? It's time to write, people, starting now. All right, you guys are doing so good, so good. All right, I just want you guys to know I'm incredibly proud of you. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do. I know you guys are writing, and now you guys know what comes next, which is the breakout and then the share. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to combine this session with the next session so that I can make sure that we end on time. I'm going to keep my word to you, and we have 30 minutes left, okay? So now that you've written down who you need to become, and by the way, this is it. This is for all the marbles. I'm telling you, session 4, who do you need to become? And session 5, how will you become that person? Or how you will achieve more goals in 2025 than you've ever achieved in your entire freaking life. Because you know how to do it because you're smart. Michelle, you ain't missed those goals because you didn't know what to do. You didn't miss those goals because you didn't know how to do it. You missed those goals because you didn't do it. And you didn't do it because you weren't the person who does that. You guys get where I'm coming from? On our Ibüümerang podcast, I was talking about this the other day, last week, I think it was. And I came up with a saying. This guy said I need to put it on a t-shirt. Fit people don't do fat things. Right? By extension, rich people don't do broke things. Successful people don't do unsuccessful things. Kind people don't do mean things. You have to become that person in order to get and keep that result. So the X factor is becoming, and the real work is how you're going to become that person. So let's talk about some methodology. Let's talk about some methodology that's going to help you with your body, that's going to help you with your mind, that's going to help you with your business, that's going to help you with your relationships. One of the first things that's going to help you is meditation. Meditation is going to help you. And the reason why meditation is going to help you is because meditation is going to help you get the power. Listen real close to me. If you're not listening to me right now, come back. Because you got to hear what I'm about to say. Meditation will give you the power to control your mind instead of your mind and your body controlling you. Because I can tell you right now that if you're not achieving the goals that you want, a major reason for that is because your mind and your body have taken over. Just like if you drive to the same place every day, have you ever gotten there and you don't remember the trip? It's because your mind and your body, they understand the route, etc. They've taken over. They don't need you anymore. I'm here to tell you, if you know you need to get up early so that you can have that extra time to take care of your body and focus your stuff, but you can't get out of bed, it's because your mind and your body are running things, not you. You have become a passenger on the trip. And meditation will help you to build the muscle to take back control, to take back the steering wheel, and be able to drive the car. Do I have any recommendations for good meditations? Let me tell you guys, it's 2025 in a few days. We have this most amazing thing. I'm about to age myself. I remember when I was younger and I wanted to learn something, we had to go to Encyclopedia Britannica and look up old information. How many of you guys remember that? Trina, I know you remember that. I've been to your grandma's house. She still have them on the shelf. She's got a whole shelf of Encyclopedia Britannicas. I'm like, who the hell is looking at that information? Is so old. We live in the world of YouTube. YouTube is my friend. Here's what I want you to do. Homework assignment. go to YouTube and search for meditations. And when you find the meditations that you like, save them in a playlist called, you guessed it, meditations. Oh my God. Right? That way you don't have to go search for them every time. You have a playlist. And by the way, once you start searching for stuff, the algorithm is going to start sending you better and better things. It's going to be fantastic. So meditation, first one. Number 2, reading and listening. Reading and listening. You got to, this is in the category of reprogramming. This is how you're going to become who you need to become. If you need to become a more fit person, read books, listen, watch videos about becoming a more fit person. There's so many people on there that are going to get in your shit every day and challenge your existing paradigms, that are going to get in your headphones and be like, get your lard ass out of bed. The reason why, they're going to tell you that type of stuff. It's going to be in your ears. And you know what? Don't run from it. Don't run from that. Let them talk to you that way until it starts to sink in. That's why I put this image of this lady with the headphones on. Because one of the lies that you tell yourself is, I don't have time. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to read. Okay, cut the bullshit. You can get out and walk for 30 minutes a day. And while you're walking, listen to audiobooks, videos, etc. I listen to YouTube videos. If you see my headphones on, I listen to it. I cannot tell you that lie anymore, that I don't have time to do those things. I can do them both at the same time for a minimum of 30 minutes a day. And most days I go an hour. You don't have money to buy Audible or books on Amazon. Okay. Go on YouTube, search for the book, and put free audiobook at the end of it. And you know what you're going to find? You're going to find a lot of audiobooks. Somebody recommended the book to me, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I went and found it on YouTube. I listen to it in my headphones every day. And then I actually went and bought the book because the audio references things in the appendices. And obviously I can't consult those there. So I bought the books just so that I can look at the appendices. So my challenge to you is stop lying. Stop making excuses. Cut the bullshit. Become that person. Right? So here's what I want you to do. Now, whatever it is that you want to do, relationships, business, start a company, save money, invest money, start searching on YouTube for that. What's going to then happen is the algorithm is going to start sending you stuff. Oh, you like this? I'm going to send you more. I'm going to send you more. I'm going to send you more. And one of the things I do before I get into bed at night is I just kind of scroll my YouTube. And I see all these videos that I want to listen to. So I save them to my watch later playlist. So I always have a menu of things that I could listen to. I'm challenging you to do the same. The next is your association. Who are you around? Somebody put it in the chat earlier. Some of these relationships got to go. There's some people that you're going to have to quit. And there's some people you're going to have to put on limited association. There's going to be some people you're going to have to put them on time limits. Meaning, I only talk to them for a certain amount of time, and before I got to get out of there. Before, it's kind of like, in the movie, sometimes somebody's got to swim underwater to get someplace to save everybody. They know they can only hold their breath for 2 minutes. They got 2 minutes. 2 minutes before you die. Some of your friends, some of your family members need to be on 10 minutes before I catch their disease. Association. Who associate with people that have what you want. I try to hang out with Mark as much as possible. Because I know if I hang out with him, it's going to help me to have a more positive mindset. Some of you guys know Holton, same thing, very healthy guy, very fit guy. So if I surround myself with people who that's their philosophy, then it will help lift me as well. Next one is your environment. Set your environment up to help you win. If you're trying to lose weight, get the bad food out of your house. My wife and I had an almost divorce level argument over Doritos recently. I'm going to the store. Can you bring me a bag of Doritos? No. What? No. I'm like, I swore off Doritos. I'm not buying any more Doritos ever again. Well, they're not for you. They're for me. I'm like, and if you want them, you can go to the store and get them. I'm not going to buy them. Set your environment up to help you win. We both have this very whiteboard in our bathroom right next to the sink. And everything that we want to focus on is on there with check boxes. It says steps. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I got to write in each line how many steps I've got. You know what? I've been doing it so long, it's routine, but you know what that does for me now? It keeps me from falling behind. There's some days I get 18 to 20,000 steps, and there's some days where I'm doing a lot of sedentary activities where I might end up with only 5,000 or 6,000 steps. But because I got to write that, it will help me make sure there are not more than 1 or 2 low step days in my week. Also have business goals on there, things that I need to focus on, things that I need to push forward. $20 on Amazon. Set up your environment to help you win. You're watching too much TV? Put the remote control someplace where you got to go and get them. Something. But what can you do to your environment to help you win? Lastly, you got a clean house. I'm not going to get into why you don't eat Doritos anymore. I'm just going to say this. There's a lot of bad shit in there. Really, really bad shit. Okay. Now, you got a clean house. What needs to go? Who needs to go? You made some mistakes last year, the year before, your whole life. What mistakes do you need to learn from? What mistakes do you need to not repeat? I'm still a learning trader. Mistakes that I need to learn from, mistakes I need to not repeat. My trading coach is on here. Donnie, don't hold this against me, this public confession. But I need to stop setting my stop loss too tight. And when I get on a winning streak, I need to not relax my discipline about lot sizes. I've tended to get on, I'd be very disciplined, very conservative, small trades, small gains, small trades, small gains. And then my account gets bigger. And then what do? I throw it all in. And that's the trade that sucks my soul. I need to learn from that mistake and not keep doing it. Also, what does not serve you? There's some things in your life that you do that don't serve you. Some of you guys watch the news every day and they can't understand why you can't control your mind. You're so negative. Stop watching the fucking news. Some of you guys eat dinner late, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, and then you realize you can't get up the next morning. That's not serving you. Scrolling. I'm going to tell you, look, can I break it to you? You will never reach the end of Instagram. There is no bottom. Doesn't serve you. Limiting beliefs. I respect the people who said in the groups, I didn't hit my goal because I did not believe that I could. We need to work on that because you got to believe that you could. You got to believe that you can. And you got people in your ear that are telling you that you can't. They're in category number 1, need to go. And then there's those negative emotions that those demons, you got to kill them. Guilt. That's so much guilt. Shame. We don't have enough time for me to tell you about the shame that I have had to deal with and eliminate and banish and fight with and kill, that has held me back from being who I need to be. Some of you have grown up in very restrictive propaganda environments that have so much freaking shame associated with you being you. Let me be the person to tell you today, December 21, 2024, fuck that shit. Kill that. Resentment. Resentment. So many of you guys are mad at your parents for what they did and what they didn't do. Mad at your spouse, mad at society, mad at somebody who did something shitty and terrible to you. Still just walking around with it. There's an artist by the name of Erykah Badu. She has a song called Bag Lady. And she has a lyric in that song that says, "Bag lady, you are gonna miss your bus because you can't hurry up because you got too much stuff." Deep and freaking profound. Some of you guys can't win because you're angry. Angry at the world, angry about everything that's not right. Let it go. Focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can impact. Focus on you. You ain't got time to be angry about shit that you can't change. You can't change everybody. You can't change the way of the world. That is taking up mental space and mental cycles that you can't afford because you got big goals and dreams. Jealousy. Some of you can't win because you got issues with people who are winning. Oh my God, I'll probably fuck some people up with that one. Some of you cannot win because you have issues with people who are winning. You got issues with people who have what you want. The kids have a saying, don't hate, appreciate. I took it one step further. Don't hate, appreciate. Congratulate, assimilate. Look at what they're doing. Why are they winning? Who do they be? And you may not like their personality. They may not be your cup of tea, but they got what you want. And they have there's something about them that's causing them to have what you want. And you need to become more of that. Because who you be can't have what they got. Because you ain't the kind of person who has that. Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, put it in the chat. Let me know. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. Am I making sense? All right. Last one. Establish your daily non-negotiables. What are your daily non-negotiables? And here is my challenge to you. Aaron, where's my Aaron at? Listen, here's my challenge. Don't have too many in the beginning. Layer them on over time. Because like Aaron said, sometimes the thing that keeps you from getting there is having too many goals at once. So when I got back to 243, I remember my wife was like, do you want to get back with a trainer? I'm like, nope, I know what to do. Do you want to get back with the nutritionist? I'm like, nope, I know what to do. And I did all this research and I said, you know what? Here's what I have learned about myself. This is why you got to be brutally honest. I've learned that I can't change too many habits at the same time. It's too much. And I can't do it because I can't do failure. Look, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything as T Gray Wins. What does that tell you about? I picked the name. That's my image of myself. I fucking win. So when I lose, because it happens, I don't do it well at all. Babe, remember that day I blew my account? She thought she was going to have to call people to come get me. I called Donnie Pips. He was a therapist that day. You saved a life that day, Donnie. So I intentionally make sure that I don't put myself in situations where I'm going to break my psyche or damage my psyche by losing. So I said, you know what? I can't swear to 3-4 days in the gym and 5 days a week walking and eating a super religious diet all at once. I'm going to pick one. I did my research. It said walking is the #1 thing you can do. I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to minimally walk 30 minutes every day, no breaks. And I'm going to eat right about 80% of the time, but I'm not going to go on a strict diet. And when I get this walking thing down, I will add on strength training. Elijah and I talked about this the other day. And I'm pleased to announce that after months, this week, I got in 2 gym days in addition to walking every day. I couldn't do it months ago. Now I'm getting there, right? So establish your daily non-negotiables, the things that you will do every day that will now represent a victory that you can build on. Okay? So here's what I want to do at this point in time, because this is it. This is the formula. Session 4 and session 5 are why you have not hit your goals. Vita, that's why. Not because you can't, not because you're not smart. You're smart as hell. It's just because whatever that is that you said you wanted, you did not become the person who deserves that. You did not become the person who has that. It's why I don't have a 6-pack yet. I don't have a 6-pack yet because I have not become a 6-pack person. But I know what I need to do to become a 6-pack person. And I am working on that right now. I am intentionally working to become a 6-pack person. You don't have $1 million in the bank yet? It's because you ain't $1 million in the bank person. And you want to know the crazy thing? I remember years ago when I first started getting coached and mentored by Holton Bugs, and I made $50,000 in a month, and I was all excited about it. And you know what he said? You know why you only made $50,000? First of all, he used the word "only," which pissed me off. He said, "You only made $50,000 because you think like a person who makes $50,000." And here we are 2 decades later, and I'm just making that connection. You know why you got problems with your spouse? You know why you got problems with your kids? Because that's who you are. You know why your business is not taking off? Because that's who you are. But the good news is you get to design. You get to design who you are. You are now empowered. You just didn't know it before, but now you do. Who knows it now? Who, after today, you know that you have the power to design who you will be so that you can become the person who gets everything that she wants, everything that he wants. How many of you understand after today that it's not about the how-tos? How many of you understand after today that it's not the what, it's not the how-to, it's not the how, it's the who? It's the who. So here's what I want to do. We got 5 minutes. I want to hear from 1 or 2 people real quick. Don't talk long. I just want to hear, what kind of impact did you get out of today? What kind of impact did you get out of today? Just first person, who's going to do it? Volunteer or be volunteered?
I'll do it.
Go.
I'm happy to do it.
Man, this was
Hey,
super
Jesse first, and then who was the second person? I sounded like Pat. Jesse, go.
Hey, this was amazing. I really appreciate it. And believe me, I really peeled the layers back of myself and looked at myself long and hard, and I did not like what I saw. So I know what I need to work on, bottom line.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Pat. Unmute, Pat.
Yeah, identify and execute. Those are the lessons that I've learned today. And they were the things that I needed to just kick myself in the butt and to get started. Not let life take over me, but me take over life.
You go, girl. That's what I'm talking about. You gave me chills. That's what I'm talking about. Who's next? Who's next? Unmute yourself. Let's go.
I'm unmuted, if that's okay.
Go.
Sir. I thank you for all the reminders. You know, I wrote down that who I want to be is my younger me. The things I used to do in my 30s and 40s, I can still do in my late 60s. And all those memories that you brought back, just thank you so very much for that.
You go, girl.
Tigray, I'd like to go. I want to just thank you so much for being so amazing. I mean, you lead people all over the world, and I believe that the true measure of a man is a man who can lead his family. I'm on this call. Your son is on this call. You know we don't wake up early. So thank you for leading us. Thank you for giving 110% of yourself. You are a true leader. I love you today. Thank you.
I love you too. I love you too, babe.
Hey,
I love you too,
hey.
son.
How you doing, brother?
Go ahead, Dan Hansen, my man.
All right. I learned one thing that I keep forgetting is one step at a time. I love that thing about getting a checklist. I never had one. I'm going to make one.
Amen, brother. Amen. Congratulations on your progress so far. I know you made a lot of progress, but you know who you need to become in order to get what you want. Right?
Hey, brother.
That journey. Who's next?
Can I go?
Mentor. Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Elijah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, get a mentor that actually really understands where you are wanting to go, who you are now, so that you don't have to feel like you're alone and, you know, repeat the process of feeling like, you know, you're disconnected from the power.
Wonderful, brother. Doris.
Hey, I just want to say that I wrote that I have been complacent and mediocre in the things that I know I can get done. And I just have to thank you for taking the time for doing this for us. I'm grateful for this, and mediocrity has no room. So I know what to do. Thank you.
Love it. Love it. Last one. Who's the last one? Who's got the last one?
Can I go? Can I go?
Herbert Grant. Herbert Grant. You got it.
What I get out of this is that truly I was on the right path, but this event today put me on steroids because I'm not really an open person, but just talking to other people, I feel a lot better. I'm more confident. Things are lining up, and it's like the old saying when I was coming as a teenager, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Herbert Grant. That's what I knew. I was calling the right one. All right, folks, I promised you we'd be done by 11, so here's the last word. Congratulations. You came and you did that shit. You put the work in today. Now, take what you wrote today. You need to look at it every day. Reference back to it. Review your progress every week. Kia said at the beginning, the tracking wasn't there. Track it. I weigh myself every day. Even when I know I ate shit the previous day and the number's going to be the wrong direction, get on the fucking scale, right? Review your progress every single week, once a quarter, right? So that means at the end of March. Refine your blueprint. Go back, take a look. You've learned some things. Make some tweaks. Make some adjustments. And then let's get back together at the end of the year in 2025 and let's celebrate together. I hope you got as much out of this as I did. You guys blessed me today. And I appreciate you for being my friends, for being on here, for being open, for being honest, and for taking this journey. I will see you at the pinnacle of the success that you desire. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And let's rock 2025.
Love you, bro.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, T.
Thank
Gray.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, T. Gray. Thank you,
Gray.
Mark.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, T. Gray. That was
Thank
amazing.
you, T. Gray.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Enjoy the
much.
rest of your day.
Thank you, Gray. I truly appreciate
Thank you,
it.
thank you,
Much
T. Gray.
respect and love. Happy holidays,
Thank
everyone.
you. Worth every moment. Worth every moment.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Thank you.
Christmas.
Thank you,
Thank
T.
you
Gray.
so
Merry
much.
Christmas to all.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.